Hi everyone, my name is Sierra Nichols and I am the Education Manager for CircusTalk, as well as the founder of Seesaw, connecting circus students around the world. And today we will be doing a tutorial for how to create an ACT page on CircusTalk. Alright, so the first thing that I have to do is log into my CircusTalk profile, and then it'll take me to the home page here. Now, we are going to talk about the various ways that you can get to the part on CircusTalk where you can post your ACT page. So the first way is in this first box here. It says, what do you want to post and share with the circus community? If I click on ACT, then I can put the title of my act, the country of origin for my act, and I click next, and then it takes me to the box where I can edit all of my act information. That's way number one. Way number two is over here. You can see this black box that says create. It has act, and you would click go, and that would also take you to the exact same editing place, or you can click over here on the acts and show tabs. I click on acts, and it takes me to the circus acts portion of CircusTalk, so I can see all the aerial acts, the ground acts, and I can search acts here as well. So if I am an employer looking to hire an act, that's how I can do it. Now you'll see this little red mark on this one that says archived. We're going to talk about that in just a minute, but this means that this is an act that is no longer available for hire. So the final way to create an act page on CircusTalk is this little black box over here. I'll click create an act page, and then it'll populate this box. So this is the same box that it would have taken me to the other two ways as well. So I'm going to create an act page today for my handstand act called the yellow wallpaper. I'm going to choose a promotional photo for it and upload that. And then I'm going to choose the country of origin, which is the United States, the year of creation, which was 2018, and the year of completion. So this is the little archive tab that I was just talking about. This is how you can either prevent that from happening or have that happen. So if I no longer wanted my act to be available to book, what I could do is I could put that it was complete in 2019, and then that'll show up as an archived act. So if I want to be sure that people can still hire my act and that it shows up as still available, then I'll want to go ahead and leave this blank, and that'll make sure that it won't archive. Down here, you can choose the discipline that it is. So is your act an aerial discipline? If so, which type? Is it an animal discipline? If so, which type? And a ground discipline. So I'm going to choose handstands, hand balancing right here. And then I'll put the length of the act, which is approximately 3 minutes. So make sure when you're putting the length of your act that you do hours, hours, minutes, minutes. So it's 0 and 3. The number of performers is just 1. Be sure that you put the number as a number and not a written out word. And then you click save. Great. So now you can see that it's created this act page for me. So it has the title of the act, the discipline that it is, the United States, when it was created, that it's one person, and that it's 3 minutes long. So we're going to go in and we're going to edit some page info here. So you'll see that it shows up all this information that other people can see. So the about, the availability, performance credits, media credits, awards, tech specs, and contact, and then additional photos and videos, the cast list. So this is where it'll put me. And then this really great feature which is other acts by the same artist. So you can see that I have this archived old handstand act here, and also a Lyra act. So this is an awesome feature on CircusTalk because if you are a performer who has multiple disciplines or multiple acts, and you post them all on CircusTalk, it'll show up here, and employers can see, oh, if I hired this person for their handstand act, I could also hire them for this Lyra act. So we're going to talk about how to edit some of this other information. So now that your act page is created, you go to edit page. The title of the act is the yellow wallpaper. I can customize the page's URL. I put the country of origin, the year of creation. Again, year of completion stays blank. This is all the basic information that I just filled out, and if I needed to change any of that, I could click Save Changes. Now, if I go into the detailed information, this is the information that I want to fill out so that people can see it. So I'll say the yellow wallpaper is based on the short story by Charlotte Perkins Gilman. Now, obviously, I would want to say a little bit more than that, and I could also insert links and everything, but for the sake of time for now, we'll click on Save Changes. Here I can click on Performance Credits, so if I click Add, this is where I can put either the company or the venue that I have performed the act for before. So I can say when it happened. So if I did like a month-long run in a specific show for a company, I could put all that information. Or if it's still showing, I can put present. I would say where that happened, and then I would click on Add Credit. Now, if I go into the availability section of the ACT page, you can see here that a little yellow icon is in the upper left corner that says not available. So if I select any of these dates below, it'll mean that I am not currently available for those dates. So let's say, for example, that I am working a gig from today until Christmas, and if that were true, then I would add date range. I could select today, and I could go all the way until December 25th, and I would press Save Changes. And then it would mark all of these dates as yellow here, which means that I am not available for this date. So if an employer were to go in and look at my ACT page, they would see that I could not be hired for this act from this time until this time, but they would know that following this date, I would be available to be hired for this act. So this is a great feature which tells employers what your availability is. So you can go in and do it like that, and then you just make sure you save your changes. I go into awards. If my act has won any awards, then I would click Add. I would click an award name and a year, and then I would add the award. On media credits here, this is where I put any press about my act. So if your act has received a really great review from somebody or something similar to this is where your press goes. Again, you just click Add, fill out the information about that. You can put a link if it's a review online, or you could put a PDF if it's a press release or something like that, and click Add Media. The tech specs, so this is also really fantastic. You can fill out already for your employer to be able to see the different tech specs that you have. So if you've got that technical writer in a PDF form, you can upload it here and have all that information for your employer ahead of time, which is super great. And then you can have contact information here. So how do I contact you if I want to book your show? So I'm just going to put Sierra@CircusTalk.com. And I could put who I was represented by, my address, phone, Skype, and website if I wanted to. I click on Save Changes, and then I've completed all the detailed info, and I go into photos and videos. So this is where you can add any promotional materials you may have for your show. You'll see over here on the left-hand side that there's the cover photo that I uploaded, and you can also do a cover video. So if you have a video of your act, or a promotional link for it, then you could go in, if I go into my YouTube channel, and I copy that link, and I paste it here, and changes have been saved, and now I have a cover video for the act instead of just that cover photo. So that's how to do that. If I go back into photos and videos, like I said, here's where you would just add your promo material if you've got it. Pretty self-explanatory. You either paste the link for the videos or you can add some photos. The tools page here, so this is where you can promote this page. If you have a website, you can copy this and paste it into the website, and this like box preview will show up. It'll say find us on CircusTalk, and then you can find, the person looking at it can find your act page on CircusTalk by doing that. You can send an announcement about it. If people have liked your page, you can send announcements to them. You can view the statistics. So has anybody seen this yet? Have I had any visitors or views? You can delete the page if you'd like to delete it. You can go to Delegate Act over here. And so this is if you want your act page to have an administrator. So if you're the person that created it, you will automatically be the administrator. But if you go into your cast list and add additional cast members, so if your act is, for example, a duo or an ensemble-based act, then you have multiple people and you can assign one person to be the administrator of your page. Okay, so now that you've done all of that, you go into View My Page, And you can see all of your updated information. So this is what other people will see. Again, if I had added more, you would see more here, but the availability shows up and the about shows up, and then I could add more photos. And if I had more acts, I could add more acts here. Now, if I wanted more people to show up on my cast list, so if my cast was multiple people, say it was a duo, what I would have to do in order for that to happen is that other person has to log into their CircusTalk profile. They have to go to your act page and add themselves as a cast member. Now, once they added themselves as a cast member, you would get a notification saying that somebody had been requested to be added to your cast list. And then if you approved them, then they would also show up over here in this cast list box. So that's the way to do it if your act has multiple people. So now you've created your act page on CircusTalk. You can go through and give updates on it. You can post links, all of these great things. And that's how to create an act page on CircusTalk. Thanks.